So far, the only two good things that I've had AI do for me is summarizing my emails and replacing all the correspondence I usually have with humans. But I have a very specific problem that I'm going to set out to try and fix with the help of this kind of vocal synthesizer software. So if you've watched any of these videos the last few months, I have started a band with a girl named Lilu. Incredible singer, so good. We have great writing chemistry together. The problem is she's in New York, and I'm in California/Florida back and forth a lot. And it's kind of hard to work on ideas remotely. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play one of my older songs because we're gonna try to figure out which songs we wanna do together, which songs we wanna do solo and stuff like that. And I'm going to record one of my songs and then put my vocals through this software, which apparently you can actually have AI singers just kind of replace you or just do demos. And I don't know, I saw a reel on this on Instagram and it looked kind of amazing. So we're gonna check out the Synthesizer V Studio Pro thing, kind of see how it goes. I'm just gonna do a little rubber bridge kind of acoustic thing. I'm gonna record it separately because I want a clean vocal take, but let's check it out.
I'll be in the dark for weeks at a time, interrupted by random earth shine, to be in zero G. This pressure is just fine by me.
Okay, so I have exported the WAV file of just the vocal and I'm going to put it into V Studio Pro. So this is the interface here. Basically it's just empty right now. So the first thing I have to do is I'm gonna right click here just anywhere in this spot, create a new instrument track, okay? So now I can just add what I just recorded, and this is the instrument track of just me singing the song.
Oh, to be.
Cool, right? Looks fine. Now the next thing that we can do is we right click that and then extract notes from audio, okay? So it has a few different sliders here, like note detection sensitivity. We'll just keep it where it wants us to. Round pitch up to the nearest semitone. Definitely need that. Check on that. Phonetic lyric transcription and transfer pitch onto the converted notes. Language English. Okay, great, cool. So now what it's going to do is going to turn my vocal into MIDI. This is a standalone plugin. You can also get this in the DAW using Logic. I just wanted to use a standalone plugin because this is what I saw online. Cool. So now this is really interesting. So it has the MIDI version of what we've got going on. Now in this here, it says no default voice. So if I click on this, I can choose the 3 voices I have for Studio Pro. Now there's like a ton of different voices you can have, and you can do free trials and stuff like that. So depending on how it goes, I'll have a link in the description if you want to check this out. Free to try, so definitely look into it. But I want this to be a female voice. So we'll start with Natalie and see how she sounds, okay? So I'm gonna mute my voice and see how Natalie sounds.
To be a pool of moon.
So again, what I'm hearing right now is a woman trying to recreate a deeper male voice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on a key shift, and then I'm gonna go 12 semitones up, so basically an octave up.
To be a pool of moon, no moon sky to signal, last of the afternoon.
Interesting. Okay, so I mean, it sounds like a person. It seems like some of the pronunciation, it didn't nail.
Be.
So you can actually go into the piano roll here, and you can kind of change these, right? Also, you don't even have to sing it yourself. From what I understand, you can actually type in notes and then just put the words in vocals to kind of like temp it for like a real singer. We'll try that later, but I just want to try to do this one right here. So I changed the spelling there. And let's see if that does anything.
To be
Works.
a Pulamon.
Okay, so what I want to do right now is I want to export this and then put it back into my Logic file and kind of see how it sounds. So let's do that. Let's go to, I believe rendering is how you export it. So if I go to the side here, the render panel, mono channel, that's fine, 16. Sample rate, I usually record my projects at 48. So we'll do that. Destination, put this on the desktop. Every good tech bro saves everything to their desktop. Call this Natalie. Cool. So let's render that out. Bounce to files. All right, sick. So now let's go in here and let's take the Natalie mix down, drag it into Logic, and this should line up right with my original vocals here. Yeah. So that looks to be about the same. Let's put some reverb on old Natalie, see how that sounds.
To be a Pulamon. Namu sky the signal. Last of the afternoon. Why? The wish for a sky. All my cues cannot collide. I'll be in and out for weeks at time. Into update about random urge shy to be.
Wow.
In 0G was fishing just Finn Benny.
I'm kind of blown away by, again, this was no finessing at all. How usable this is. This is kind of scary how good this is, to be honest. All right, let's go back in here. I want to try a different singer. Let's try Mozu. I think is how you pronounce that name.
To be.
Okay, so it's a little bit different. Now, there are more vocal modes here. I want to make this softer and more airy.
A Pulamon.
Ooh.
The more sky to signal.
Now, what is cool too is like that I just thought of is a lot of the discussion between Lilu and I is like, all right, well, what key is this? This is great to be able to take vocals and have it in a female voice. This really completely solves the specific problem I was dealing with. And then I can kind of actually shift it up because something like if I'm writing something, we almost always change the key to find out what works better with her voice. So now I can actually get a much quicker approximation of what works better with her voice just by kind of like shifting. It's like, all right, so this is in the key of A. So maybe if I want to do G, I just go to 10 semitones up or 2 down.
Last of the afternoon. Why?
So I can pretty quickly audition them just by moving the slider up and down. But I want to do this. I like how it's softer. You can also make it more firm, brighter, more powerful. I don't want it powerful. I kind of like it super airy right here. And again, you can get as far into the weeds with the phonetic spelling of all these words that you might want to do. I'm not so worried about getting it perfect. Again, if you want to make like a full demo with this, that's great. I'm really more concerned with just having a demo track to send to my singer. So she knows what the words are. I'm not gonna spend too much time finessing it, but like it's kind of crazy because you can kind of see it has what it thought the word is.
Last of the afternoon.
Okay, and I didn't mute myself there. Let me mute myself. Just having it play back with my original vocals is another thing I thought of, is you could like really make harmonies pretty easily with this. Anyways, let's export this as, what is her name? XU, right? So let's do another one. Let's bounce that. And then we'll also do the male vocal just for kicks. Why not? We'll have Hayden come in here too. So again, I just click here and then go to Hayden.
Last of the afternoon.
I feel like I could still use some tuning, which I could do in flex pitch, or you could actually do here and here. So you can kind of just move this around up and down. What if I want to keep that same note there?
Got a signal. Last of the afternoon.
It's kind of funny. Even Hayden's struggling there because it's a full octave higher. So let's go to the original key and try it.
Last of the afternoon.
So maybe if you have something you're writing and you want to just audition different potential melodies and stuff, it seems like this could be a cool tool for that too. Yeah, sure. We'll export Hayden in the original key. Okay, so bounce to files. There we go. Gonna go back into Logic. I don't need this mix down. I want to add this to the mix with some effects on it, right? So we'll throw Hayden up here. We'll throw Zoo here. And then now all of a sudden I have a full-on chorus, an ensemble, if you will. Should we do all three? Here, I'll put the, where's Hayden? Hayden's here. I'll put the fellas opposite each other and the ladies slightly less opposite each other.
To be a polar moon, the blue sky to signal, last of the afternoon. Why to wish for a sky? My cues cannot collide.
I feel like that sounds really good, right? That's crazy. It is insane. All right, let's definitely mute my voice. I kind of like Zoo's voice the best, even if it's, again, phonetically, it's on me. I'm not really finessing it at the moment, but
I've been and died for weeks at a time, and to update the random urge I to be in zero jet.
I can change that. I will change that, but this might be the coolest software I've ever used, for sure. This is like seemingly AI software that actually kind of works. Amazing. Well done, Synthesizer V Studio 2 Pro. Well done. So another thing that you can do, let's see if we can figure this out right here, is, so it has a little piano roll here, right? So let's say I want to make a note, right? All right, I'm gonna get my keyboard. All right, so now I've got a MIDI keyboard. I'm just gonna play a simple melody in Logic that I like. There we go. I've just got that. I can export. I'm just gonna export this by itself. Again, a lot of this you can do in just like the app, but this is just kind of my general workflow. Logic melody. So now if I go into VStudio, and then I'm gonna go create new instrument track. All right, and then I'm gonna take my little melody that I made there. I'm gonna drag that in. Got it, perfect. Same thing as before. Let's right click and extract notes from the audio. Okay, so now here you can see these are notes as just waveforms. So what I want to do is let's bring Natalie in, and then let's make these words. So let's go, I can't find my keys again. This is something that's very near and dear to my heart.
I can't find keys again.
Okay, I like it. That's pretty. Let's I want to change this note. the funny thing is it plays along with the track.
I can't find keys again.
This is crazy. A lot of this is going to be coming down to getting used to finessing the phonetics of this, but I mean, I think you can probably tell just on your own the things that you can use this for and the creativity involved are like insane, especially if you have ambitions of songwriting and maybe you want to like work with artists and stuff like that. I've always I feel like I kind of got into music because I feel like I'm a natural songwriter. I much prefer writing for other people than singing myself, even though I have, I put my time in gigging and performing is kind of like a dollar store Jack Johnson, whatever. Again, no, not even self-deprecating. It's just I always prefer playing with other people. I'd rather just kind of like accompany and do production stuff. So this is pretty wild. Now we're at the point where you can kind of just type in words and then choose from like a plethora of different singers and like make music with it, whether it's for demo purposes or whatever. But very impressed with how this works. And even just like something simple as, if you have like a very organic track that wants, gang vocals for a chorus or something, you just want to add like a bunch of voices in. I think this is perfect for that. So I can totally see how that would work. Yeah, thanks to VStudio 2 Pro for letting me check this out. So let me know if you have any questions and what do you think? Because I think this is a incredibly interesting product. And it's just wild kind of thinking about the technology out there and everything that you can do with it. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the song, which singer I should use, or maybe I should just keep singing myself. You let me know, and I will talk to you in the next video.